All right, so we are here. We've gone through the toilet and the master bathroom. Master bathroom. So we've got the camera in there now, and this is as far as I'm able to push. So the first thing that I am going to recommend is that we actually get like a proper clean out system either located or installed. But as you can see here, the cast iron is not in very good condition in this turn, so it is kind of difficult to push. You know, you can kind of see the buildup there on the bottom of the line and like where that connection is being made. So what we call that is like trenching. And basically the reason why like there's water standing in the bottom of the line there is because over time this cast iron gets deteriorated where it will have, you know, like I said, trenching in the bottom of the line. It'll have scaling all across the sides of the line, and it causes it to hold a little bit of water, and it just decays over time, and then you know, the bottom of that pipe just becomes weak and the integrity is lost. So because I cannot actually see under the water over here, all I can say is that I do see signs of decay right here, and that it is going into a spot where water is just standing, so that's not what we like to see. We'll just go ahead and come back, you know, holding a lot more water right here, you know, which is kind of more indicative that, you know, the decay is worse at this spot right here. So we'll just continue back until we can hopefully see some more of the line instead of it just being underwater. So that's a little bit better, but you can see there's a lot of scaling, pretty significant trenching in the line. You can kind of see like right above where it says 36, there's like kind of a lip on both sides that are similar, and that's kind of what happens is that instead of it maintaining that circular shape, it kind of goes into like a little bit of a valley and then comes back up. So that is just the bottom of the line starting to decay and you know, become compromised. Also, you know, there's probably not the greatest grade on it because it probably is shifting from, you know, maybe like water escaping at some point. And some more scaling. And then you can kind of see this is more on like a minor level, but at the top of the screen, that's actually the bottom of the sewer line, and you can see the water that's kind of just holding in that area from that trenching. So we'll just continue back. So this area, you know, it looks old. It's, you know, obviously cast iron. It's going to be kind of an ugly appearance. You know, there is like some scaling on the sides, but this line, as you can see, you know, a little tiny bit of water being held at the bottom. But, you know, I wouldn't really freak out if that's what we were seeing. I kind of more start to raise red flags once we see the amount that we were seeing in that other portion of the line. This section of the line, I would say, looks like it's in pretty good shape. Tiny little bit of trenching starting to develop. You can see there, you know, how the bottom of the line where that water is running, it just, like I said, it just wears down the line until it gets to the point like it is over in the other areas. Also a little bit of like, what we call like sandwiching here, like basically where the pipe just looks like it's starting to become more oval rather than like a round shape. You know, that could be from significant scaling on the bottom of the line. It could be from the bottom of the line being pushed up due to decay. Most likely that part is from scaling. A little bit more of that significant like trenching right in that area right there and right here. You can kind of see how the camera like ducks down into these spots and then comes out of them. So just for instance, you can see how camera will rise up just a little bit right there. You see how it points up towards more, and then it comes back down into this trench. So that's kind of the idea, is that it's just holding water because there's no way for it to escape there. So, and then now we're coming up out of the sewer flange here. So that is going to conclude the inspection. It does look like, well, here, let me point this out. It does look like somebody did do some sort of remodel where they ran a new sewer line over to the trunk line that runs through the house from this bathroom here. So this portion is ABS. It all looks like it's in really good shape. So, but once we come out of the flange here, that will end the inspection.